What's going on, family? It's your boy, the Red Pill Christian Dude, and welcome to another video on YouTube. Today, I'm gonna show you a clip from one of Donovan Sharpe's videos on YouTube. So, today's topic is boredom. Christian men are so flippin' boring and women hate it. Okay, so we're gonna check out the video, then I am gonna give my comments at the end. Thanks again for watching, and if this is your first time, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share the content because I know it's gonna be beneficial and you're gonna like it.
Let's go to number 9.
I love how unpredictable you are. You always keep me guessing. My husband is so boring. Same restaurant, every date night.
One of the most unforgivable sins in a relationship, as far as a man goes, is being boring. A woman will forgive cheating before she forgives boredom. A woman will forgive Isuba, domestic Duracell, Isuba, before she forgives boredom. Think OJ and Nicole, and you can draw your own conclusions there. Way too many of you husbands and boyfriends are boring and predictable. Okay? One of the tried and true methods to keep your woman turned on is to keep her guessing. Okay? When she gets off work, tell her to pack her bags and be ready in 30 minutes and don't tell her where you're taking her. Or you could have a nice outfit laid out for her and tell her to be ready in half an hour and don't tell her where you're taking her. Okay?
Okay, cool. That's a pretty good video. I'm gonna play it again at the end after I give my comments. So here, Donovan Sharpe. Like I said, you better subscribe to his channel because it's pretty good. He's talking about how men are boring, and this is an unforgivable sin in relationships. Women are emotional creatures, and as emotional creatures, they like to be taken high, they like to be taken low, they like excitement, they like variety. And one of the things that Christian men fail to do is to provide for the emotional aspect that women crave for. They crave this emotional high. They crave that feeling of euphoria, the dopamine rush, whatever you want to call it. They really, really crave it. And as Christian men, if you want to do better in your relationship, you need to start satisfying this emotional need that women have. For example, one of the most common things that Christian dudes do is that maybe they'll take a girl out for a movie, which isn't a bad date if you don't have much to say. But sometimes what you need to do is start strong, take her on an exciting date so that she has a good memory of the dopamine rush with you, so that whenever she feels excited, she always associates you with that high feeling, with that excitement, with that variety, because this is what they really want. A lot of men are too predictable, right? A lot of married men are so predictable in bed. They come home, it's the same stuff they have dinner, they kiss their wives in the same spots, then they lay them down in the same way, they do the same routine, and then after that they go to the sleep in the same exact position with no variety, no excitement, nothing that emotionally stimulates the woman. But women like variety, they like change, they like difference, they like things to be new and fresh, just like men do as well. But this channel is mostly dedicated to men and helping them to do better in their relationships. So one of the things that you find a lot of Christian women do is that they think Christian men are boring. They really do. They say all Christian men want to do is talk about God. All Christian men want to do is they just want to pray. They just want to read the Bible. They want to just minister, and they want to just talk about this one-dimensional sector. But remember, man as a spirit, has a soul, and lives in a body, right? So it's good to talk about the spiritual side of life, right? But they are women. They also want to be stimulated emotionally. God gave us a spirit, and He's given us emotions for a reason. And one of the ways you can really get your woman hooked onto you or really attracted to you is by providing emotional stimulation through fun activities, right? So, for example, instead of doing the basic thing, going out for lunch or whatever, try take your girl go-karting, or your date go-karting, or try some outdoor activities. Try go horseback riding, try go mountain bike. I know one of my friends, he took his girlfriend on a date and it was pretty good. They went mountain biking in a national park, and that's really cool. And if you can even do group things, right? Let's say now she's your girlfriend and you've got other friends with their girlfriends, you can go camp. You can flip and take a 10-20K walk in the bush somewhere and go camp, or try do something exciting, do something different, so that in her mind she associates different variety excitement with you. Because if you don't provide for her emotionally, she's gonna look for it elsewhere. Guys, I know you've been taught something differently, that if you just pay the bills, if you pray hard enough and all these things, you're gonna make sure that you keep the girl. But I'm sorry, sadly, it's not like that, and women have proven it. That's why you hear of some men who are millionaires, billionaires, right? They provide well for their wives or even for their girlfriends, but then their significant others end up cheating with their gardener or their employee or the driver or something. It's because of this lack of stimulating that emotional aspect. Yes, they could be leading them in prayer, they could be leading them financially, but women want excitement, they want attention, they want that flavor. And as men, God, it's on us to provide. It's definitely on us to provide. So we need to get away from being boring. Okay, I remember I went on a date, all right, and I'm a Christian dude, right? This is how I've been wired to think. I went there, I was respectful, I gave her a nice little hug, let her go. Then we did some activities, then we went onto the golf course and started playing mini golf, and just talking to her. I was being a gentleman, right? Yes, you would put the ball that way, whatever. Then she's like, I want you to spank me. I'm like, what? Man, I was like, what? They said, I want you to spank me. And you know what? I spanked her. But as a Christian dude, we're never taught that it's okay. We're never taught that that's what some women want. Or even some women, I'm not even going to say some, I'm going to go with the word most. If a girl is comfortable with you, she's come out on a date and she's smiling at you, it's okay to spank her. It's okay to try that. And going on this date, it actually taught me a lot, that in as much as I can be chivalrous and all this stuff, is it really giving the girl an emotional high? Because what she wants is a good experience with me. She wants, what I have to do is to make sure that she's emotionally stimulated and satisfied, right? So DS is saying a lot of things, and for married dudes as well, it's so important that you do fun things with your wife. Sometimes you just have to leave the kids at home, right? You go out together, go on a date somewhere, or not even just a date, go on a trip somewhere, do something extreme, go bungee jumping, leave the kids with grandma or the maid, and just go do something different. DS even mentioned something that sometimes all you have to do is just to get home and say to your woman, pack a bag, we're going on a trip. And I mean, that's what men are supposed to do. They're supposed to provide that variety. Sometimes you just do something crazy like, hey babe, we've never been wine tasting, let's go wine tasting. Providing these new experiences for her, because at the end of the day, what you want is for her to have, whenever she thinks happy thoughts, she's associating them with you. She's associating all those good hormones and feelings in her mind, in her emotions with you. Because if you don't emotionally stimulate her by providing variety, by providing change, by providing fun, right? Do crazy stuff. If you don't emotionally stimulate her, she's gonna look for it somewhere else. So guys, another note for Christian men is that even in bed, when you're married, of course, I'm talking about love making in the confines of marriage. Sometimes you guys are just too predictable. It's the same stuff. It's the same. We call it basic missionary in the men's community, or starfish sex in the men's community. That's what it is. You just come, you just do the same thing, you come in the same way, then that's it. But try something else, try something different. I'm not saying watch porn and be inspired or whatever, but there are Christian books that guide positions and certain other aspects to provide variety in marriage. Because remember, as soon as you get married, you're not permitted to look for pleasure elsewhere. So it's your job as men, right? As men, I mean, women hardly, they may contribute to the relationship, but it's on you to lead. So it's on you as a man to make sure that you make the relationship as exciting and as stimulating for her as possible. Because if you give her immense pleasure, in terms of experiences, in terms of in bed as well, in terms of fun, then she will be more willing to do things with you, to submit herself to you in theory, if you do these things, right? So anyway, guys, thanks a lot for checking it out, and I'm just gonna replay my man Donovan Sharpe. And if Donovan Sharpe, if you ever see this video, just know that I'm a fan of your work. Keep up the good work. And I'm just gonna play this clip, and guys, God bless you, and definitely see you next time, because I'm gonna be dropping these red pill truths like there's no tomorrow. I don't know how this channel is gonna do, but I'm just gonna keep doing it until rapture. Anyway, guys, take care of yourselves and love you lots.
Let's go to number 9.
I love how unpredictable you are. You always keep me guessing. My husband is so boring. Same restaurant, every date night.
One of the most unforgivable sins in a relationship, as far as a man goes, is being boring. A woman will forgive cheating before she forgives boredom. A woman will forgive Isuba, domestic Duracell, Isuba, before she forgives boredom. Think OJ and Nicole, and you can draw your own conclusions there. Way too many of you husbands and boyfriends are boring and predictable. Okay? One of the tried and true methods to keep your woman turned on is to keep her guessing. Okay? When she gets off work, tell her to pack her bags and be ready in 30 minutes, and don't tell her where you're taking her. Or you could have a nice outfit laid out for her and tell her to be ready in half an hour, and don't tell her where you're taking her. Okay? There are